Hey, boys and girls. I am bummed that I don't get to work with you today, but I know that you are going to do something pretty great to make your teacher and other staff members at Allisonville smile because of the work that you're going to do today in technology. That's pretty cool, huh? Yep. So after Typing Club, you are going to create amazing digital art and teacher appreciation cards combined together, and you're going to be able to send it to your current classroom teacher and to other teachers at Allisonville that have really made an impact on your life, like maybe Mrs. Uyghur or Mr. Stolt, or maybe, I don't know, Miss Richardson or Miss Williams. Think of the teachers that have been amazing for you. And you get to write them a card and illustrate it using Chrome Canvas. So it's going to be a lot of fun today. Really take this time and take it seriously so you can really make your teachers happy. And Mrs. Paul, your class, I know that we were expecting to work on our dad joke generator today. I talked to Mrs. Paul, and she said that Friday, tomorrow morning after announcements, I can come into your classroom and work with you guys for about 30 minutes on your dad joke generator projects tomorrow. So no stress. I promise I will help you make sure you get it finished before the end of the school year. So no worries. So here is how you are going to make your beautiful teacher appreciation cards for your teachers. First, you're going to go to the apps by clicking the spotlight key or the launcher right there. And this brings up all of the apps that you have on your computer. You're going to scroll down and look for Chrome Canvas. It's got the look of a palette of paint that Mr. Stolt might use. Click on that. And it'll load. You're going to do a new drawing today. You probably by now know how to use Chrome Canvas. You can choose the colors and the thickness of the marker. So maybe you're going to make, just for the sake of time, a heart. You're going to make yours really pretty and wonderful. Maybe you'll draw Chompy, whatever you think your teacher would like to get. Okay? And when you're done with your beautiful drawing that you're going to take your time and make really pretty, you should always sign your name. You should always sign your name on your beautiful work of art. When you're done, this is very important, you click the Home button. You click the three dots and you rename it. Give it a name so you can find it later. I call this Mrs. Williams. Then click the three dots again and choose Save as Image. Save. This now saves it to your Chromebook, and you can access it now. Cool. Now we want to write a nice note to Mrs. Williams, and we're going to include that illustration. You're going to send it to any of your teachers, either your current teacher like Mrs. Paul, Mrs. Amos, Mrs. Miller, whoever you want to send, or you could also send it to your previous teachers, Mrs. Williams, Miss Richardson. You could send it to Mrs. Huddy. You could send it to Mrs. Uyghur. You could send a card to different people. Each person can get a different illustration, by the way. We go to Google Drive. And say, let's make a new Google Doc. Every new Google Doc needs a title. Untitled document is not a good title for anything. Got to give it a title. And since this is for Mrs. Williams, I'm going to call this Mrs. Williams. Then I'll make my font nice and big, maybe size 24. Dear Mrs. Williams, thank you for being such a wonderful first grade teacher. I really appreciate you. Love, Mr. Auslander. And you could write other things that really show how much you care. But now I want to add that picture. So to do that, I go to Insert Image. It looks like a mountain in a picture frame. Like you would put that image on your wall after you took a photo of the mountains. So click Insert Image from the computer because we saved it to the computer. This is important. Click on Recent. And there it is, Mrs. Williams. And open it. Ta-da. Here we go. If it's exactly how you want it, you would click Share. And you would type in the last name Williams. There you go, Judy Williams. And then I'm actually going to send this to her, and I don't care. Boom. Now Mrs. Williams has just received a letter from me. Yep. And then what I would do is I would go back to Chrome Canvas, and I do a new drawing for another teacher. Rename it, save it, open a new Google Doc, give that a new name, write a nice note, add the picture, and send it to that teacher. And I'm just going to keep doing that all throughout technology, and you're going to get to make teachers that have impacted you really happy. After all, today is Send Your Teacher a Picture Day. Now you're going to use your technology time to do that to a lot of teachers. Use your time wisely, make a difference. Boys and girls, I'm proud of you, and I can't wait to hear how great you did.